Today's subject is the, some kind of issues in Exodus. When you look at the history, there is two kinds of history, and one is empirical history. Empirical history, and the second one is historismus. And this one is whatever happened, okay, happen, when, how, things like that. But this second one is, okay, in my opinion, they add some kind of opinion into, this history. Now, when the reason I'm saying is this, that, all the history shows, most of them in this one, it is something what I think, And one of the famous one was Battle of Kadesh. And this is between the war between Egypt and Hittite. Hittite is almost like a 3/4 present Turkey. They occupied that area, and then Hittite is they found iron BC 1500. This iron, and this is the first time in history. So when they get encounter, then the history Hittite said we won, and history in Egypt is we won. So both won. Maybe break even, but who knows? But they said we won and we won. Most of historians believe that maybe Hittite may be a little better than superior to Egypt. But what they said is, okay, we won. Okay, both one battle, but both won. Now, so when somebody write down about Exodus, in the Bible, and there are 600,000 men. Now, this 600,000 men is, strong young men, who can, fight, in the battle. So many people that okay, what that means is almost 2 million people got out of Egypt. Now this 2 million people at the time is huge number, because at the time in Egypt, according to historians, about 3 million people live there, and then 2 million people get out, means that only 1 million left, and then many kind of labor, okay, let's say building a pyramid, or building a warehouse or whatever, 2/3 of people get out of the country. It is big loss and turmoil in Egypt. And so oh, this is a shame to us. So Egypt may not write down this kind of history. However, that another interesting thing is that Joseph is one of the highest officer in there and did a good job to Egypt. However, there is no name of prime minister like Joseph's name. Nothing is written in that Egypt history, and there is no name of Moses in Egypt history. So this one is agreed by Israel government now. Now, one thing, the funny thing. Okay, because of that kind of history is shame to Egypt, so they did not write. Then something, some other thing must be happen now. Okay, here is Sinai, Sinai Peninsula, and there is two scenario. Okay, they cross in here, the Red Sea in here. Some of them say no, they come over here and cross here. So there is a second scenario. So some people, really want to know what's going on, about this, historical fact. So they went over here, they went over here, and with submarine go all the way, down, down to the bottom of the sea and try to find out the wheel of chariot, and then the wheel, maybe just like this. And they found out something with a round one, but on the top of this one is covered by coral reef. So could not identify exactly this is a whale. But the video shows that oh, this is the whale from Egypt, a chariot. And when I watched that, come on, there are many ship maybe sunk and wrecked over there, and only this time only this wheel is left over under the bottom of the sea. So when I watched that, wow. That's a too selfish, interpretation to me. Now, so over here is Kadesh Barnea. Now, when Exodus, whatever come here, it take about 2 years, and then they stay here 38 years. So when they live 38 years, then there must be some kind of things left over here. Because they may build a house or build a castle or whatever it is, they may leave some kind of evidence. They leave Kadesh Barnea. So many archaeologists went over there and searched, and then that including university in Israel went over there, searched thoroughly, but they could not find any evidence that 2 million people live in here. And on the top of that, I mentioned I mentioned that after 6 days battle, Israel government occupy this area about 14 years. So they look everything, but they could not find anything. Now, from here they passed to the land of Canaan. Now, then suddenly 2 million people appear suddenly. Then there kind of a turmoil there, and there must be some kind of evidence in that area. 2 million people live there. But when they find out, and maybe like maybe 50 people can live, that's it. There's nothing bigger than 50 something. Very small town, but the people who live there is actually original Israel people may live there. So the Exodus, this is not the history. This is just a legend. Now, archaeologists, look at it not only artificial man-made one, but they look at animal bones or seed or chemical analysis of soil and long-term anthropological models drawn many world culture, because there is Assyria, Babylon, Ammon, Moab, so many countries there. So they just compare all other country, then compare to the Canaan culture at the time. And not only culture, they look at the economy, political history, religious practice, population density, pottery form. They look all over. Unfortunately, they don't find any kind of evidence around BC 1500 to BC 1300. No evidence that Exodus happened. But some people, yes, they believe that. When they read only Bible only, you can make this kind of mistake. Thanks so much for your watching.